All right, welcome back everyone to yet another episode of Murder Mystery Machine. I'm starting to have a kick out of playing this game because I'm starting to see the true order of it now, hence our double A's in a row. You would have thought I had an understanding from our double A plus in the row until the Flaming Arcade. We won't discuss that. So, last episode had us at the Flaming Coin Arcade, where we spoke with Swain, Jim Swain, who is the proprietor of the Flaming Coin Arcade, and we found out some not so good information, like he has a checkered past. From what Cass says, he has a criminal playlist, which I got a kick out of hearing. I've never heard a criminal record being referred to as a playlist. But yeah, needless to say, we received a grade last episode, and the one before that, we went back to the Lee's residence and we talked to Jamie, the daughter of Marcus and the sister of Billy. Billy is the missing person, if you haven't seen the previous episodes. So we found Billy's diary. We stumbled upon Billy's diary behind the couch, and there were some pretty upsetting things in that diary, which took us to the Flaming Coin Arcade. This episode, Scene 2, Act 6. So apparently this is the last act in this series. And it's taken us to the Sunrise Diner, where I believe we're going to be meeting, well, you'll see. I don't want to spoil anything. So here we go. Sunrise Diner, Midtown, 8 p.m. Okay, so it looks like we have two people to talk to. This looks like the cook. Reed Stanfield. If you want some food, talk to Donna. Okay, Reed Stanfield. All right, yeah, so if this is your first episode, you may want to go back and check out the others. Lou Paglia, I'll do a brief rundown. Lou Paglia is a private investigator. As you can see, he was murdered. He was found in a park suffering from a stab wound. The stab wound was caused by the Viper 6 knife from the Lee's residence. He was meeting someone. So Billy Lee, who's the missing teen, and we have Jim Swain, who is the proprietor of the Flaming Coin Arcade, has a checkered past. I believe there was like kidnapping, assault. So right now, our money is on him. He's the most likely suspect. So, but as they say, it's usually someone close to you or close to the family. Yeah, so that's where we are. We can almost assume, not even assume, we kind of know now. Oh. Okay, maybe not. Oh, that was why. No, I'm starting off all wrong. We know what the murder weapon was. And let's just move it here. Clear up some of our evidence. Yeah, we know Jim Swain. I keep saying McSwain because McSwain was one of my instructors, but Jim Swain, the guy who runs the arcade, Reed, he is the cook at this diner. And we're going to sort our evidence because it's very important to have a clear and precise evidence board from what I'm learning. It lets you think clearer. So, all right, we're happy with that. We don't know who yet. My money's on Jim. He's the shadiest of the shady right now. And I say right now because this game has a knack for pointing you 100% in a direction of someone and then changing it. So, and we don't know why. Okay, let's get back in. Okay, so we have two people who want to talk, and since she is closer, Maggie Coughlin. I'd steer clear of Reed. He's in a mood today. She looks familiar. She looks like Tammy from the first case, doesn't she? Anyway, okay. Alright, Maggie. Apologies, guys, if you hear the lawnmower. The lawn guy is here. Maggie. Let's just put this neatly. Okay. And I think is she? Yep. The waitress, I believe. Donna Kugler. Take a seat. I'll be with you shortly. Okay, so we have two people. We have a customer, Donna, and we have the waitress, Maggie. Or, I'm sorry, she could be the owner, and Reed could just be the cook. Just want to be aware of that. Did I see? Oh, somebody's in the back. How do we get to the back? Oh, Billy. Okay. All right. She met us here. You came alone. That was the deal, right? No one ever asked. All right, sorry about that. Loudness from the weed whacker. No one ever does what I ask. You asked me to come, I'm here. Yeah, you are. I have some questions. I'm sure you do. All right, remember these will be in no particular order because we're going to inquire about them all. Why did Billy run away? Why did you run away? Why don't you tell me why you ran away from home? I couldn't stay there not with him. He hurt you? He will tell you it was an accident. All right, we have evidence. I just needed to go, to get out of there. I packed some things before I knew it. I'd really done it. I'd left. What was the relationship with you and Jim? Uh-oh. He helps us. I bet he does. You wouldn't understand, but we survived together. We couldn't do it without him. Ask about us. Who's us? Who's we? At the arcade, I'm part of a real family. People who know what it's like. People who are going through the same thing. Runaways? Yes. Sounds like Jim Swain is running a halfway house, not an arcade. It's not like that. Then tell me what it is like. I have told you this is exactly what I meant. You don't understand. I'm trying to understand, Billy. Well, I'm done trying to explain. We have more evidence. All right. What about your family, your actual family? What about Jamie? Jamie's her sister. I tried to protect her at first. I thought that meant being there. Then I realized it meant leaving. Then I realized it meant leaving. What does that mean? How could your leaving protect her? Okay. Have you spoken to her since you left? No. Is she okay? Let's just say I'm not sure your plan to protect her is working. Yeah. Stay here. Give me a minute. Okay, we have more evidence. Alright, and I just like to spread it out. Okay, so we have so far come on, move thing. Oh, excuse me, wow. Alright. He helps runaways, has a checkered pass. The Viper knife was stolen from the residence, we know that. Missing teen. So is this another runaway? No, Donna is was behind the counter. Maggie, is Maggie another runaway? Well, if she has solidarity with the teen, they weren't sitting together. Okay. Remember, the guesses with the red lines are not going to count against our score. As you remember here, player may link, substantiation link. The dotted gray lines are a correct deduction, and the automatic link is the game's time range. We know the question mark means unsubstantiated. The link is linked to a submission. And of course we know he's deceased. So let's see. So we think he has a missing... Okay, alright. Alright. Awesome. Our first... correct deduction in this act. So Maggie, she could just be a customer. Let's see. We need the Viper knife here because it is a major piece of the evidence. We know the Viper knife caused a stab wound. Murdered PI. Let's see if we have more information. Does anyone else want to... Oh! Okay, we have backpack. And we have the evidence circle. Okay. Let's see. Backpack. No! Whoa, whoa. Viper... Wait a minute. The knife is in her bag? I have some questions. I'm sure you do. She has the missing knife. Ooh. Why does... I'm flustered right now. Tell me about the knife. What knife? Don't play dumb with me. The knife I found in your bag. It's my dad's Navy knife. I don't want to be out here defenseless. Alright, we have evidence. So I took it. Whoa! Give me a minute. No way! Okay. Wait a minute. We have... Okay, slow down. There were two knives. There were two Viper 6 knives, okay? One was at the residence, stuck in a table when Nate and Cass arrived. One was missing. Why does Billy have it in her backpack? We know Lou was stabbed with a knife with a serrated edge. I don't know if to say similar to or an exact match because I don't remember. Lou was stabbed with a knife that had a serrated edge. Well, they did say it matched this knife as far as the edge was concerned. So Billy has the other one? Please say more. Somebody say something, please. Any more evidence? Okay, it looks like no one has any dialogue. And where's Nate? Okay, the evidence must be in the questions. Okay, all right, let's make it nice and tidy because we don't want anything blocking anything. And I know this doesn't look neat to you, but okay. All right, slow down, slow down. Slow down. Okay. The other knife is in Billy's backpack she stole. She says she's using it for self-defense. Okay. Jim has a checkered past. And it's a major coincidence that he's looking like a good suspect, but why does Billy have the knife? But we know Billy and Jim are acquaintances because apparently he helps runaways out. Billy is a runaway. How close are they? Did she know it was in her bag, or did Jim put it in her bag after Jim stabbed Lou? Because why would Billy stab Lou? He was a private investigator looking for her. So my who is on Jim right now? And there's no more evidence? And there's no more dialogue. Okay, it's going to be up to us to solve it. All right, he was meeting someone. Who was he meeting? He wouldn't have been meeting Jim because Jim was a criminal. Jim was a criminal. But what about the phone? Okay, the phone number was to Marcus. That 555 number was to Marcus Lee, Billy's father. So he was meeting someone. Where's Marcus' name? Maybe it's going to be an evidence to come. Okay. We know the Viper knife. There's two of them. I don't know where Reed comes in. I don't know where these two come in. We know the Viper knife. We know that's the what? Stab wound. Why is this? Viper knife. We know the Viper knife called the stab. Okay. We know that caused the stab wound. Alright, I just like making this neat so we can see it and we can make our deductions. Okay. All right, we have one more to go. What's there? Okay, there's more evidence. All right, I'm getting ahead of myself. All right. I have some questions. I'm sure you do. Ask about the knife wound on Lou. How would she know, though? Lou LaPaglia was stabbed in the neck. He bled to death laying on the ground. I had nothing to do with it. You have to believe me. Here's the thing. I don't have to believe you because we already know that the blade used to kill Lou matches your dad's Navy knives. Okay, so they match. How can it match? Okay. Serrated edge. Okay. And I think you took the missing one. Stay here. Wow. Give me a minute. Anything pop? Okay. We have one new piece of evidence that popped up. Was there more? Am I missing a deduction? What am I missing? We know this popped up. She denied. Please be more evidence somewhere. Does anyone else have something to say? Is there something else in the bag? No. Alright, we have to look for evidence because remember we missed that book last time and it cost us dearly. Wait a minute. Nate is around. You hear that sniff again? Alright, I just want to look to see if there's any more evidence. What is that? Is that blood? Is that blood in her chair? No, I'm sorry, that's a shadow. Okay. That's a shadow. Alright, I'm not seeing anything, so I guess it's in the evidence here. So what? He was meeting someone. Lou. We know that matches. Why does he have a question mark? Who was Lou meeting? Alright, we don't want to use our guess. We definitely want to walk away with the A+. Alright, you guys aren't screaming loud enough because I'm getting the blink. You have to send me some telepathic messages. Who? Okay, let's start with who. My money's on Jim. Because why would Billy stab Lou, who was looking for her to bring her back to safety? But she was a missing teen to them, but she ran away for a reason. That was in the diary from last episode. The what? We know the what was the Viper 6 knife from the Lee residence. But we know there's two. And unless there's more evidence that's going to pop up, which it hasn't, which knife though? If they had the original knife at the Lee's residence, remember that was stuck in that table? You would have thought they would have got a blood sample off of it, or it's the one that Billy has. But why would Billy stab Lou? Why would Billy stab Lou? Okay, Then why? Let's go to the why. There's more evidence somewhere. Oh, self-defense. But self-defense against what and who? We have more evidence to get. And I'm not seeing it. Is that I'm even imagining that's a knife, but it wasn't the one that was used, and I see no evidence popping up. Okay, the evidence has to be here. The evidence has to be here somewhere, and I'm missing it. So this is what I keep coming back to. He was meeting someone in the park. Was it... Okay, these are not going to count against our... So he wasn't meeting Jim. He couldn't have been meeting... Was he meeting Billy? He couldn't have been meeting Billy. Was he meeting Reed? Maybe Reed, the cook, saw the missing person's poster and nope, and wanted a reward. Maybe Maggie, her friend, no, wanted to report her missing. But Maggie, who seems like a runaway also, wouldn't have told, as they say. Maybe Donna recognized? Whoa. Yeah, it's guess day. Since I'm learning guesses don't mess up our score. It has to be... Wait a minute. Why would he... Whoa, wait a... Why would he be meeting Billy, though? What is... Okay, there's the dialogue box. She has something to say. If I can get around to it. I'm really thrown now. I have more questions. I'm sure you do. Ask about the 10 p.m. meeting with Lou. That's right, he was meeting someone. Lou Paglia was meeting someone the night he died. Someone he didn't think was a threat. I think he was there to meet you. That's not true. That you didn't meet him, or that you didn't think you were a threat? None of it. I didn't meet him. Why would I? You tell me. We know he was looking for you. We know he visited the arcade. Maybe you reached out to him, offered to meet him someplace. Okay, I mean, that's plausible, but a teenager wouldn't let the cops know, hey, I'm fine, because they would take her back, and then she would have to open up about what happened at home. You would have think she would have went to the cops beforehand while it was happening. Okay, I didn't meet him. I was never at the park. I never said it was. Oh, I totally missed that. She didn't say it was the park. But how would she know? I wish you can go back in the dialogue. I never said it was at a park. Oh, wow. Maybe you mentioned it before, or I saw it on the news. Okay. Maybe she saw it on the news. Threatened Jim. You know how bad this looks for Jim, right? You say he helps you out, but he has a pretty tainted past, and then the guy that's looking for you turns up dead. Swain has a motive and a history of violence. Yeah, he does. He could go away a long time if he's lucky. If he's lucky? Lou LaPaglia is ex-police. They will probably push for the death penalty. Wow. And who knows what that would mean for you and your friends at the arcade. He didn't do anything, please. How can you be sure? Maybe killing LaPaglia was his way of helping. But why would he kill a detective that's looking for a missing person? Like, was this dude having a relationship with... Okay, he didn't kill him. I know he didn't. Alright, how can you be so sure, though? Because you... Ooh, because you did? Oh! I didn't mean to. What happened with LiQWYD? The PI tracked me down and made me meet him in the park. I begged him not to take me back. I told him why I was running, but he didn't care. So you killed him? He wouldn't listen. He was going to take me back home. I couldn't go back there. Geez, so killing a person was easier than going back home? Whoa, I'm going to admit it, she had me fooled. My money was on Jim Swain. This is crazy. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. I believe you. You think I don't understand, but I do, more than you know. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Whoa! Billy Lee, you're under arrest for the murder of Lou LiQWYD. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, let me stop. Oh. I was not expecting that. She confessed? Whoa. Found by Lou. Oh my gosh, that's wow. Okay, let's jeez. So, okay. Who? It was Billy Lee. Unless the game is gonna, unless she's protecting, huh? Billy Lee with what? We know it was the Viper 6 knife from the residence. Because that's the one with the question mark. It wasn't, okay. Why? Was it because she was terrified to go home, right? Why? She was terrified to go home. Whoa. That has to be it. Who? Billy Lee with what? The Viper 6 knife. So this is confusing me. The Viper 6 knife from the residence or the Viper 6 knife. But this one has the question mark, meaning that's the one we solve. And why? It wasn't self-defense. Or was it? Now I'm really confused. It's giving us these answers that trip us up. Okay. It wasn't self-defense. Why would it be self-defense? She was terrified to go home, right? Who, Billy Lee, with what? The Viper 6 knives from the residence, and the why, terrified to go home. But why isn't there a question mark here by her name? What's... Is it asking us who died? See, this game is making me paranoid. Is it who died or who killed the person? The what is the knife. The why. Terrified to go home. And now I'm scared that our A+ is in jeopardy because, oh, come on, game. But there's no question mark by her name. But there is one by his. See, and this is going to mess up our A+. I want to get an A+ because remember we can. No, I think you need an A+ on every scene to get into that locker to change their clothing. What did I do? Oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, come on. What? Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Snap to it. Oh, this is... We know he died. We don't know who did it. Right? Who? Billy. With what? The knife from the residence. Why? Because she's terrified to go home. Okay, are we in agreement on that? Does everyone agree? Okay, the reason I'm hesitant is because there's no question mark here. But there's a question mark here by his name. And that's kind of telling me that's the question. Oh, see. Oh, gosh. I'm just buying time by doing this. I'm so confused now that why has a question mark? What has a question mark? Who? All right. At the least, it's going to be an A. If we guess wrong. But that's my reasoning. This is my reasoning why I'm going with Lou. This is the only reason I'm going with this answer, because I'm thinking they all have to have a question mark. I'm that hesitant and fearful about... Now, see, yeah, everyone should have a question mark, right? But this is the thing. This is how this game makes you overthink things. Because the simplest... Okay. Eyes closed, fingers crossed. I'm gonna wait for the sound. Please be an A+. No! What did we get wrong? Was it my first answer? But there's no question mark there. And now I'm thinking, is it this weapon from her book bag? Alright, this video is getting too long, and I know I'm going to tank our score. Here we go. Now I'm upset. Now I'm upset. Billy confessed She confessed. Is that what it's telling me to do? She confessed? Is it the knife from the bag? Because alright, you saw my reasoning. I'm thinking everyone has to have a question mark. This is going to kill our score. Do I need to explain why I'm choosing these? Who? Billy? What? The one from the bag? Why? Terrified to go home? Right? It wasn't self-defense, or was it? Oh, our score is tanked. A C. So it was Billy, and we learned that it does not have to have a question mark. It was the one from a bag, not the one from the residence. This is how specific you have to be. That didn't have a question mark. And because she was terrified to go home. That did have a question mark. Alright, so we did learn some things this round. Alright, the case is closed. Items discovered, 1 of 1, the backpack. Evidence discovered, 16 of 16 throughout the entire case. Correct deductions, 3 in this one case alone. Correct substantiations, I don't remember the 2 we missed. Yeah, it sucks that we got a C. I wanted an A+. So yeah, we did learn some things. So alright, we're back at the headquarters, Police Plaza, 9:45 p.m. Alright, what do you want to do with the other kids? Oh, maybe this is the part where we can up our score. Good question. We could pull them in and send them back. We don't know where we're sending them. Or we can leave them, but keep an eye on them. Better the devil you know. Even if the devil is Jim Swain. So it seems like Jim Swain is trying to turn himself around. Okay, so remember the last case where, who was it, Donna sewed the weapon that killed the senator? And it popped up like this. What do you want to do with Donna? You want to let her go and use her as an informant? Or you want to put her in jail because, after all, she sewed a weapon that was used in a murder? How when we sent her to jail, our score increased. So I'm hoping it's the same here. So report Jim's Arcade to the DCA or don't report it. Alright, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? We'll let you put it in the comments before I answer. I mean, what would you do? Would you report it to the DCA, or would you not report it and not send the kids back to their troubled environments? Okay, so being a parent, I would definitely report Jim's Arcade. No matter how much he's turning his life around, things can still happen there, and those kids, to me, need to be sent back to their families. Hopefully, if there's any wrongdoings going on, they can be straightened out and brought to light. But my thing is, and I'm not just saying this to get the extra points that I hope to come, I would definitely report it. I mean, Jim can feel he's doing the right thing. He could be reformed and paying his debt back to society, as they say. But these are teenagers, and anyway, I'm not going to preach here, but this is what I would do. I would report Jim's arcade to the DCA. Alright, let's see. We can't leave them out there. Who knows what could happen? At least at home, they're in the system and someone can check. Yeah, checking them every now and again. Make sure they're being treated right. Okay, what about that increase in score? It doesn't feel like it, but you did the right thing. Yeah. What's the score increase? Fingers crossed. No, it doesn't feel like it. It will with time. I want to thank you for what? Today, I was no fan of Lou, but at the end of the day, he was one of us. He was the police. Yeah. Yeah, rest in peace, Lou. Uh-oh, the next case. Captain Merrick on the phone. Cassandra, we've been impressed with your recent work. It's not easy making the leap from the academy, but you are handling yourself capably. Captain Merrick, thank you. That means a lot. A word of warning, Detective Houston. Isn't all the seams... Oh, Detective Houston isn't all he seems. Ooh! He's not to be trusted. No way. Plot twist. He's been great. He's helped me. Did he tell you Lou LiQWYD used to be his partner? Yeah. Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. Did he tell you that he was the reason... Oh, LiQWYD was dismissed from the force. No, he didn't. He isn't your friend, Cassandra. You need to be careful. We'll be in touch. Major plot twist. Nate is... Something's wrong with Nate. Maybe that sniff he has is from... Okay. So that concludes the second case, The Forest of the Night. It was Billy who unfortunately stabbed Lou. That proved to be fatal. She used her dad's Viper 6 knife, and she didn't do it intentionally. However, it's still homicide because she was terrified to go home. And since we reported Jim, that C went to a B. So that's awesome. You can now access the case replay for this episode from Murder Mystery. Avoid using hints and incorrect submissions to approve your detective rank. Yeah, we're not gonna. We like to keep it pure, unadulterated. Yeah, so tough case. We prevailed. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you on the next episode of Murder Mystery Machine.